too many people who see their solution to their challenges as leaving Jamaica and going somewhere else.
Why you never had any interest in politics, or never seemingly had any interest in politics?
Well, I've always had an interest in politics in the sense that being aware of the importance of what politics can do or politicians can do for my country, having grown up in the home of a politician. I often wonder and reflect on my life with my mother and my father. And one comment sums up precisely what happened in terms of being a politician. So my mother spent her time, for the most part, she was a teacher, teaching me about Jesus and the importance of a Christian life. And my father went about doing good as Jesus would have done. That's the home in which I grew. And therefore I had an abiding interest in politics. But in terms of entering active politics, I was never called in that direction. My dad told me that Michael Manley asked him if I was interested. And I know P.J. Patterson at one time expressed that interest. But I was too deep in my own space, doing what I could in different areas of life. Too many things were happening that if I were to enter politics or had entered politics at that time, it would have affected my family life.
And so then, you grew up with service from both sides of your family. What does service mean to you now? What does service look like today?
Okay, so I am primarily and deep in my soul, more than anything else, a disciple of Christ. And one of the many things that you're called to do, some would say is the most important thing that one is called to do as a disciple, is to serve. Jesus served, and he called his people to serve as he served. So when I graduated from my school in 1996, another one of my mentors, the late Bishop Herman Spence, of blessed memory, in mafia terms, gave me an offer I could not refuse. So he told me, without any debate, that I should go down to Madison Gardens and serve. Because the St. Anna Parish Church at the time had established a presence in Madison Gardens, which is our Spanish Town Road, a place called people know it as Bapto. So we have a settlement down there, St. Anna Settlement. And among other things that we do is to provide service for people's healthcare needs. So when I graduated, I was sent down there, and I've been serving down there for my entire professional life, from 1996. And it has been one of the joys of my heart to serve people in that situation. Many people in Jamaica don't even begin to understand the kind of suffering and the deprivation and the challenges and the pain and the grief that people in an inner city suffer. So the church's presence down there has made a big difference. So
and it's still there now?
we are still there. It's 50 odd years.
Yes.
And we have a mission. So I preach sometimes on a Sunday, and I serve on a Thursday, alternate Thursdays, and have been doing so for many years. So my professional life in terms of being a physician, which is where I earn my money to look after my family and myself. I work in Maypen for the last 40 odd years. But everything else I do is part of the service which a Christian ought to do.
Is it a medical clinic that you operate in Manchester?
Yes, a medical clinic.
Okay.
So we have staff, we have a pharmacist, we have a nurse, and we have people who won't take their vaccines.
Who won't?
No, they have no interest in taking the vaccine.
Okay.
So it's a constant struggle in recent times. And it's worse now, like how the government has, quote unquote, opened up back the country. They have no interest in the vaccine whatsoever. I mean, a similar thing happens in Maypen where I work. But those in Maypen, some of them are more amenable to listening to me, encourage them to take the vaccine. And many have. But most people in the city have no interest in the vaccine whatsoever.
What's their reason for not taking it?
They don't trust it. They don't trust those who are pushing it. They feel that it has been pushed at them too much, so something must be wrong with it. And they feel that they won't get corona, they can use their home remedies. And some of them, although they say they trust in God, I don't think they believe they really trust. But that's what they claim, that God will protect them. They don't trust Bill Gates, who they believe is behind it. They don't trust the local politicians. For the same reason why many of them don't vote. They certainly don't trust, quote unquote, government, and they don't trust the manufacturers. I try to put them on a guilt trip sometimes, but it don't work. I said, but you come to me, and you've been trusting me all these years, you're coming here for 20, 30 years. Why would I, because I told them I take the vaccine, I've taken 3. Why would I take something, and why would I tell you to take something which is not good for you? And I've been looking after you all these years. They will laugh. I don't think I've been able to convince more than 1 or 2 or 3 out of the many who come to me that they should take the vaccine. So it's a real life issue, and it's a dead issue now. There are too many people who see their solution to their challenges as leaving Jamaica and going somewhere else. So we who live here, and I plan to stay here, I don't want to leave. As you'd imagine, because my children live away and grandchildren, there are forces which are pushing me to want to leave. But I'm resisting it. I have no intention of going away. I want to serve my country. I continue to serve. I continue to serve as the law directs. And there are things ahead of me which the Lord has planted in my soul to do for the betterment of this country. I'm hopeful about my country. That's why I'm going to stay here and try and do the best that I can. And when you look around and meet people, even especially in the ghetto, there are people who are determined to make a better life in this country. And I tell my good friend Kirk Wright, I tell him that he's a ghetto journalist, that he's doing such a good job highlighting what is happening in the ghetto. And good things can come out of there now, if we give people a chance.